Hello students, welcome to the channel. In the Target 750 Plus series, we look at advanced problems from SAT and ACT Math. In the last video of this series, we did a mixed set of problems, which was the first such set. In this video, we do a second set of mixed problems. So let's begin. For how many integers n between 1 and 100 does x squared plus x minus n factor into the product of two linear factors with integer coefficients? So if you think about it, we need to factor x squared plus x minus n into linear factors of the kind x minus alpha into x minus beta, so that the roots become alpha and beta. Now, the sum of the roots here, you can see that if you open the bracket, then x squared minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta, and that is equivalent to x squared plus x minus n. So the sum of the roots should be -1, and the product of the roots should be -n. So when will I have the sum of the roots as -1? When the roots are consecutive numbers, right? So for example, if I say x squared plus 3x minus 2x minus 3 into 2, right? Because then this part will become x squared plus x, and this part will become -6. And x squared plus x is what we want. So if we have consecutive numbers, then we can see this situation being satisfied. And we have to go from 1 to 100. So let's say we go with 1 and 2. So then I can get x squared plus x minus 2. So in this case, n is 2. Let's say 2 and 3. So I get x squared plus x minus 6. So n is 6. Let's say 3 and 4. So x squared plus x minus 12. So n is 12. Let's proceed. Four and 5. So x squared plus x minus 20. So n is 20. 5 and 6, x squared plus x minus 30. So n is 30. 6 and 7, x squared plus x minus 42. So n is 42. 7 and 8, x squared plus x minus 56. So n is 56. Okay, then 8 and 9, x squared plus x minus 72. So n is 72. 9 and 10, x squared plus x minus 90. So n is 90. Now, if you go to 10 and 11, you would get x squared plus x minus 110. So n goes beyond 100. So you only have these possible values of n from 1 to 100. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So the total number of values of n is 9, option D. Okay, let's go to the second question. For a complex number z is equal to a plus ib, where I is the square root of -1, the absolute value of z is given by mod z is equal to square root of a squared plus b squared. The complex number z satisfies z plus mod of z is 2 plus 8i. What is mod of z? Okay, so z plus mod of z is 2 plus 8i. So let z be a plus ib. So a plus IB plus square root of A squared plus B squared is 2 plus 8I. So if you write the real parts together, then A plus under root of A squared plus B squared plus IB is 2 plus 8I. Now, since the left-hand side and the right-hand side are equal, the real parts should be equal and the imaginary parts should be equal. So A plus under root of A squared plus B squared should be 2 and B should be 8. Now, since we know B is 8, we can put that in the first equation. A plus under root of A squared plus 64 should be 2. So under root of A squared plus 64 is 2 minus A. So if we square both sides, A square plus 64 is 4 plus A square minus 4A. A square and A square cancels. So 4A is minus 60. So A is negative 15. Right? So my complex number Z is given by minus 15 plus 8I, A plus IB. And so mod of Z will be square root of minus 15 squared plus 8 squared, which is square root of 225 plus 64, which is square root of 289, which is 17. So the modulus of Z is 17. That's my answer. Question 3. In the figure, AB is perpendicular to BC and BC is perpendicular to CD. And BC is tangent to the circle with center O and diameter AD. If AB is 9, this distance is 9, and CD is 4, what is the radius of the circle? Okay, so if I join, let's say this point is K, and if I join K with D, then angle AKD is angle in a semicircle, and that has to be 90 degrees. So we notice that KDCB is a rectangle, right? So KD is equal to BC and KB is equal to CD, which we know is 4. So this distance is also 4. Now, if I drop a line from O to the point of tangency, let's say this is M, then this would be perpendicular because the radius is perpendicular to the tangent at the point of intersection. So let this point be N. So then I can say that triangle DNO is similar to triangle DKA, right? These two triangles, I'll show them. Triangle DNO, this triangle, is similar to triangle DNA, this triangle, right? Now, you can see that OD is R and this OA is also R, the radius of the circle. So DO by DA would be 1 by 2 by the property that it would be R by 2R. So by the same logic, ON by AK will also be 1 by 2, right? Because ON and AK are the corresponding sides. Now, what is AK? AK is 9 minus 4. So AK is 5. So I can say ON by 5 is 1 by 2. So ON is 5 by 2. So ON is 2.5. Now, what is NM? NM will simply be 4 because this is parallel to the sides of the rectangle. So the radius OM, which is the radius, will be ON plus NM. m, which is 2.5 plus 4, which is 6.5. So the right answer for the radius of the circle is B. Okay, let's go to the next problem. A student recorded the exact percentage frequency distribution for a set of measurements as shown below. However, the student neglected to indicate n, the total number of measurements. What is the smallest possible value of n? So the number 0 occurs 12.5% of n. 1 occurs 0 times, 2 occurs 50% of n, 3 occurs 25% of n, and 4 occurs 12.5% of n. And all of these should be whole numbers, right? So the number 0 occurs once or twice, whatever the case may be. So I need to find the lowest possible value of n. So if I work with the options, let's say I work with 5, then 12.5% of 5 will come to 12.5 into 0.05. 5 carry 2, 625 and 0.625. So this is not a whole number, so it can't be A. If I look at 8, then 12.5% of 8 is 1, 50% of 8 is 4, 25% of 8 is 2, and 12.5% of 8 is 1. So in fact, with 8, I am getting whole number values for each of these frequencies. So this should be my answer. 16 will also give me whole number values, but I'm looking at the smallest value of n. So I already have 8 as an answer. And 25 won't give me whole number values because just as with 5, 12.5% of 25 would be a decimal. So the right answer here is 8. So this was a quick drill of mixed problems that were advanced. Hope this exercise was useful. If it helped, hit like and subscribe to the channel. Let me know if I should make more such videos of miscellaneous topics. I'll see you guys in a new video soon. Take care. Bye-bye.